In this video, we're going to go over the basic assembly for the PSproductions basic rig. When you get your rig, it's going to be three main parts. You're going to have the rear shoulder assembly, your handles, and the base. The base will come already assembled with your camera mount on it. And the first thing you're going to do is connect your rear assembly to the base. What you want to do is loosen the billet at one of the ends and take it off. Now you're going to see on your rods, if you have the powder coated rods option, you're going to see little round marks on the end. They're not defects. When the rods are powder coated, they're hung and an electrical charge is run through them, and that is how the powder is applied to the rig. So that's all those marks are, and they're covered by the protective billets. What you then want to do is come to the base part of your rig and loosen these three section billets that are hanging down. And what you're going to do is put them together just like this, and then slide your rear rods through. Now if you wanted it a little higher, you could use one of the other two marks. I prefer mine on the bottom. You're going to slide it all the way through and then reconnect your end billet. Your rig's going to come with two Allen keys, and this is the only tool that you need to assemble this rig. And it's one of the nice things about it, when you travel, if you take it with you, the only thing you're going to need is this Allen key. And it's very easy to pack. And even if you lost it, it's usually not too hard to find an Allen key. So the next thing I like to do is, I am typically shooting with a viewfinder, so I want a pretty decent offset. So what I found is if you take the right billet and slide it forward to the end, but where it's not touching the billet that's next to it, the left billet, you can push this all the way out to the side and it will give you almost the perfect offset for if you're using a rig with a viewfinder attached. Now I'm using a Zacuto viewfinder, but I find it ends up just being the absolute perfect offset. And if you don't need an offset at all, if you want it straight, you can line those up straight and swing them down straight. You can put them, in any position you want. It's totally up to you, but I typically like the offset option. So now I'm going to flip it over and tighten these two on the inside. If your rig ever feels loose, it probably just needs to be snugged using the Allen key. And you can tighten these pretty tight, and you don't have to really worry about it hurting the rig. When we send them out, we give them a good snug down. So it's probably going to come to you your main piece is already going to be connected, your front rails will be connected, and it's going to be pretty tight. And if your rig ever feels loose to you when you have your camera on it, it's probably up here needs to be tightened down, or somewhere just needs to be tightened. But go ahead and give it a good crank, and you'll see it'll hold like iron, and you won't really have to worry about it loosening on you. So the next part is just deciding where you want to put your handles. The typical normal option would be the regular rig setup, which would be on the bottom. So you're just going to put it on the tracks, put the cap on, and slide down your ABS knob, tighten it down, and you'll see that holds just great. Take your other one off, put it on the tracks, put the top on, screw down. Give those a good twist, And that's it. And there you go. Just a few minutes to connect your rig. And if you look in your directions, you'll see we show you several other styles and setups that you can use if you want to shoot in different styles. Very popular is putting the handles on top so you can shoot low. But that's it. That's how to assemble your PS Productions base rig. Now go out and shoot some great video. And if you'd like to, you can always send it to us at psproductionsus@gmail.com. We love seeing our users' video. Have a great day, everyone.